Jackson County Executive Frank White will likely face a recall after a petition surpassed the needed threshold to be brought in front of voters.
We're going to hit the ground running for November, and now we have this in between.
Collecting signatures and having them verified by the county election board is just the beginning of this process. A special election could cost nearly $2 million. KSHB 41 reporter Alyssa Jackson going in depth, pulling back the curtain on what it takes to put a recall question on the ballot.
Whether you signed the recall petition or not, there are more than 43,000 people who did. And to pull off these elections, it takes a lot of money and time. Starting with a verbal acknowledgement of a recall effort against County Executive Frank White.
Find a sufficient number of signatures in the Frank White Jr. recall.
The Jackson County Legislature is the body that actually needs to move it forward.
There's a lot to it. It's not just, okay, let's throw it out there with a piece of paper.
Signatures have been collected for almost 2 years, so it's like a marathon with a sprint at the end. But Kansas City and Jackson County election authorities need the legislature to, 1, set an election date and approve ballot language. After that's all said and done, they'll likely have less than a week to get systems in place for voting.
Right now it's chaos because we usually have a nice little 4-week period from the time of certification to the time we have to have the ballot ready. Now that is cut within less than a week, and we're sort of struggling coming up with polling places, people to work the polls.
This expedited process for a special election has never been done in Kansas City or Jackson County.
Trying to squeeze all that in a week's time or less than a week's time is very difficult, especially for 103 polls and for 263,000 voters that we have.
None of the planning is inexpensive. It will take the KC Election Authority around $800,000 to make this special election happen. Roughly $1.1 million for Jackson County. That's securing polling locations, hiring election workers, and getting materials.
Pushing us past what our limits are normally.
Jackson County Executive Frank White has already requested copies of the signature pages. He has a right to challenge the signatures, and if that happens, the election authorities know how to handle the request without it impeding election planning. Planning that starts after the legislature handles their end. So the question remains, will this be an August special election, or will they be able to tie it into the November election? Well, that decision will be up to the courts. Alyssa Jackson, KSHB 41 News.